Yeah.
We wanted to talk about aging. What do you think are
Yes.
some of the main contributing factors to aging, both like externally and internally?
So many things, but mainly sugars and seed oils, industrial seed oils. So canola oil, sunflower oil, safflower oil, corn oil, soybean oil, grapeseed oil, probably the worst of them all. All those things, they are going to cause so much damage internally and raise inflammation, and that's going to affect every area of your life, including the collagen matrix, the graying of your hair, the deterioration of your mitochondria, which is one of the root causes of aging. Sugar, when you eat sugar, and when I say sugar, I mean even that bowl of oatmeal, that turns into sugar like that, right?
Yes.
So sugars, carbs, they all turn into sugars so quickly. That leads to the formation of advanced glycation end products or AGEs. And I do think the pun is intended.
Yeah.
And so when you're eating sugar, you have glycation, meaning the attachment of a sugar molecule or a glucose molecule to your tissues, whether it's a blood vessel or a plasma membrane surrounding your cells or the collagen matrix that's keeping your skin tight. Everything gets damaged by those advanced glycation end products. And so one of the leading dermatologists of Hollywood who sees people like JLo and Kim Kardashian and all the biggest stars. His name is Dr. Harold Lancer in Beverly Hills, I believe. And the number one thing he does is like cut out the carbs. You want to slow down aging. I mean, people start seeing him, like actresses start going to him when they were like 9 years of age. They start seeing him. And it's like the
Wow.
number one, yeah, they want to start creating a protocol to extend the career of that actress as much as possible because there is a huge emphasis on youth and vitality in Hollywood, and so that's one of his central tenets, right? Low carb, low carb, low carb as much as possible. I would go further than that because he's still recommending veggies. I would say it's not enough to just go low carb. We also want to remove plants and their self-defense chemicals like their lectins and the phytates and the oxalates, because oxalates, which is a form of a plant self-defense chemical in plants, like in sweet potatoes, almonds, spinach, you're getting oxalates from those plants that you think are healthy for you. Oxalates, I've done videos on that, YouTube videos on that, where you literally see the crystals that they form and what they actually look like. It's so funny. Like if you get a kiwi fruit, it's got a bunch of oxalates, and you look at it under a microscope, you will see those crystals, those needle-like effects. Scientifically speaking, they talk about the quote, the needle effect, which is when you eat oxalates, it forms those crystals that look like needles, and then you start having issues like gout or joint pain, aches and pains, and then you also have a destruction again of the collagen matrix, and that leads to wrinkles and speeds up the aging process. It like mechanically, because of the needle effect, mechanically it can damage the structures of your body. So yeah, those in terms of diet, sugars and carbs, plant foods, especially things that are, well, all plant foods, I would say, they all have plant self-defense chemicals, but I would say oxalate is probably the easiest to kind of describe the damage it does. And then, seed oils. Those are all things that you want to eliminate. Obviously, you don't want to drink alcohol or caffeine or smoke. I guess those are the no-brainers. And then exercise is crucial. Working out and being physically active. I have a desk bike. I normally, like when I have an interview, I will move it. It's literally right outside my door.
Mhm.
It's something that I use all the time. Like in the morning, I had a client, right? As I'm seeing my clients, I'm on my desk, like I have overall a low level of physical activity. And then I also have bursts of intense activity where right now, after the podcast, I'm going to the gym and I'm going to lift weights, so I'm lifting weights 3 to 4 days a week. And then I am sprinting and running three to other 4 days a week. So, and then on top of all that, there's the low level background physical activity, constantly moving. You want to do that. That's actually, I feel like I'm not taking a breath this morning. I'm
Mhm.
sorry if I'm ranting too much, just tell me,
No,
and I'll
no.
answer all your other questions. Okay.
And then you probably
Uh,
also want to get a lot of carnosine in your diet.
right, the side effects of too much carnosine and creatine.
Mhm.
Um, yeah. Oh, speaking of carnosine is a major anti-aging molecule, right? And you get that from red meat. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think you got the message.
Yeah, I can just tell from my own personal life that when I was younger, I was probably the sugar addict of my friend group. So like out of everyone in my friend group, I probably ate the most sugar, more than anyone I knew. And I'd have like 4 tablespoons of sugar on my Wheat Bix in the morning, you know. It was like,
cereal.
it was crazy. And I was like the first person that was getting like wrinkles on my forehead, like even in high school. And I was sort of thinking like, geez, I'm going to look so old when, you know, when I get a bit older. But then sort of when I met you, I decided, hey, okay, I'm going to try this low sugar thing. And so I already started on that path of going like low carb, which eventually ended up paleo, then carnivore. And now if I look at my friend group, I'm the one that looks the youngest and they all look old.
Wow.
And all the people my age that I meet nowadays, I'm just like, wow, you're already going bald. You already look like old and wrinkly. And I'm just like,
Isn't
okay,
that
I think I
amazing?
managed to turn things around.